Peace, y'all. This is Sky Juice coming to you once again from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. And I put my chef coat on today just so I can feel a little official, you know what I'm saying? I don't wear this too often, only if I'm doing like a professional function. And of course, I didn't iron it, so it looks a little folded, but it's on. So today I want to make for you you know how people love sushi? Okay, so I'm going to make you a sushi-like dish that is using zucchini for the actual wrap. And we're going to put some veggies in, raw veggies, in for our rice and veggies and whatever else you put in sushi. So it's basically going to be like little zucchini rolls with fresh veggies. And then we'll make a sauce later. All right? So first of all, you're going to need to get a mandolin. You can use a super sharp knife, a nice big knife, but this makes sure that the entire zucchini is all the same length. I'm going to cut off the end. And another thing is I love a mandolin so much. I mean, these things last forever, even this little plastic thing. I've only had two. One of them lasted for about 4 years, and I think I've had this one for about 4 or 5 years as well. You're going to regulate by turning this knob here, the blade. So if you look at it here, let's see if I can get it so you can see it. You can see that the blade is positioned for action. And so with that, you're going to slide your zucchini long ways, doing your best to get long, thin strips for our zucchini rolls. Okay? And you also want to make sure it comes through the blade so that when you do the next one, it's not, in fact, this one is a little too big. I'm going to see if I can get it thinner. Let's see. Sometimes if it's too thin, it doesn't do right, so we can play with it. Yeah, it's still about the same thickness. I don't know what I just did. So that's good. We're not going to do the whole thing. This is for demonstration purposes only. Alrighty. And from there, we are going to start cutting up our veggies. Now, what I'm using today, let me tell you what I'm using today. We're going to use some celery, carrots, red pepper, and watercress. In Puerto Rico, watercress grows wild, like on the side of the road. This isn't from the side of the road, but watercress is one of your most nutritionally dense greens there is. There are a few of greens that are super, super high in nutrients per bite. And interestingly enough, they happen to be the wild greens. Okay, so watercress is considered a wild green, even though it is cultivated. Another one here in Puerto Rico is called verdolaga, but in English or in American, they call it purslane. It's also super high nutrient dense. Um, you can use anything else in substitution. This is just what I'm using. So this is just to give you inspiration. There's no measurement. There is no what this is a must-have. This is inspiring you to make fun, delicious foods. All right. So first of all, the way I do the carrots is I cut them on a sharp, sharp angle. And then I take like maybe 3 at a time, stack them, and then I'm going to matchstick them. Okay? Okay? And then you just basically stack them again, get it together, literally. and you want to matchstick them. Now, the number one thing that I see people doing when it comes to cutting veggies and getting cut and having problems and not being able to cut and make fancy things is due to the fact that their blades are not sharp enough. Most people in most homes, I guarantee you, are not sharpening your blades at least once a week from regular use. So definitely, and try not to use the back of the can opener sharpener. Those aren't really good to use. They kind of mess up the blade. But if you have any type of stone or I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to cut this celery to use. I make this up as I go, by the way. All right, I'm going to do a sharp angle. It's one of my favorite and easiest cuts, but it's going to be very, very thin. Okay? I was going to matchstick it, but I think that it would. So anyway, I cut them on a nice sharp angle, and it's nice and thin. All right. So we're going to stack those next to that right there, next to the carrots, and do our celery again. Now, don't cut as fast as me if you can't or haven't practiced. Just be precise. We're dealing with sharp objects here, especially if your knife is not sharp enough. We don't want any accidents. All right, some red pepper. Also, I didn't mention it, but I never peel barely anything. So a lot of chefs or people who cook, what have you, they peel their carrots, they peel ginger, they peel all that. I know I don't ever peel it. I feel like there's something missing when you peel it. So I'm just gonna do like so. Do you guys hear all the sounds coming from the jungle here in Puerto Rico? I'm sure you do, because I just noticed it. The sounds of the jungle. All right, so this doesn't really have to be cut, but I'm just going to take some off to use. So I'll just put that here. Now, so we have our little goodies here. Ooh, should put some avocado in it. Yeah. All right, now we have a super special. Look how big this avocado is, y'all. Dope. Love it. It's avocado season in the Caribbean. So there's just avocados on steroids everywhere. You slice around from the top around, and you do a twist, and you open it, presto changeo. You got your seed, you want to save that. And then the way I'm going to do this avocado is I'm just going to slice straight away, straight down, blade to the back where the skin is, not through the skin, right? Score it. Then you're going to take the knife and score around the edges. Don't do this at home. Actually, I do want you to do it. So now what I do is I'm just kind of squeezing it a little so that they loosen up and they're ready to pop out. This one. Okay. So I'm going to leave it in there until I need it. Because if I just drop it here, it's going to be messy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Our thin. Okay, so I'm going to cut it in half. Because, is that how small I want to do it? Maybe that's too small. All right, we're gonna work with it. Because once again, I just made this up. I've made it before. Believe me, I've made it before. Okay, so as you can see, just putting a little carrot, some of the celery, some of the red pepper. And what I'm doing is the bottom edge of it is my guide. So I'm making them stop at the bottom and letting whatever it is pop out. All right. Now the watercress, a lot of people, for the unadvanced, I don't know if that sounds right, but for folks who have not tried it, let me put it like that. It's kind of spicy. It's kind of bitter. Watercress has its own energy to it, and it's really awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put, it might be too long. All right, so I'm going to put some here, like that. Are you seeing that? And then I'm going to get a slice of the avocado, and I'm going to jam it like that. Then, like sushi, I'm going to carefully roll this around like so. Make sure everything is up. And then what I do is I just take a toothpick and jam it all the way through. Like that. And let me pull out this watercress because it didn't. And then it's going to just sit. See? It should stand up. I want it to stand. It's not standing. Okay, back to the drawing board. We want this to work because we want it to be sexy when you have a little presentation. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's try this again. All right, so if my situation is not working, I'm going to be so upset. All right, so guess what? It didn't work. So I'm going to try a larger one. Here we go. I think it was too small of a piece. So we're going to add some more watercress. Look, it's art, okay? It is about playing with food, creating, trying again, making it work. You know, one thing I try to tell people is I don't name the dish until I make it because it might not come out like the way I planned, but it might come out to something groovy. I can also throw in another piece of avocado, right? Okay, now that I have a bigger piece that I'm working with here, I'm going to roll it up. Best I can. I think that'll work a little better. It seems a little bit more, okay. Alrighty, I did it. I did it. See? Yummy. It's cute, huh? It's missing something. I just forgot. I have this big old head of purple cabbage. Oh, okay. Sorry. HOTMESS. All right, so I'm just going to take a little piece like yonder, like this. You know why? I looked at it and color-wise, it wasn't giving me the life that I needed. So that is why I realized I didn't slice up my little purple cabbage. Purple cabbage is always like, that should be on the top of your list because you just want that vibration. It is everything. Okay. So I'll do another one with the purple vibe. Okay. Just so you can get it. Just so you can get it. All right. Yes, you're going to need the full length so that it stays together and it also has, yes, got it. All right. So we're going to do this again. Carrots. Carrots, some sliced celery, some red peppers, thinner, some purple vibes. Okay. Then we're going to take some watercress, or in Puerto Rico they say berros. Okay. And a piece of the aguacate. I am not Puerto Rican. Everybody keeps asking me. I just live here. I'm an African American woman, but I love Puerto Rico and I love Puerto Rican culture. It's all good. We all the same. All right. Do you see that? I hope you saw that upside down. Okay, now I'm going to gather everything best I can. Flip it like the flip mode squad. Okay. Make sure everything is up in there. And then, boom. Ah, now that looks pretty. See? And that has the purple vibe, that purple energy. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that over here. Oh, let me show it to you. I'll show you on a plate. I'm challenged. Isn't that pretty, y'all? Now imagine you like doing a little sexy something and you come out and you. So I'm gonna stop here because I know this might be long, and I'm gonna make a sauce for it, a dipper, because you want to have something to dip it. Let me know if you would rather a peanut sauce, like a Thai peanut sauce, or lemony lemony garlic sauce or Thai peanut sauce. Tell me which one you think would go better with those. All right? Ooh, maybe a tamarind. All right, let me know and I'll get back to you in the next video, class, live event. Peace, y'all.